Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Friday afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Isn't it gorgeous outside? Yes. All right, thank you. If I can have your attention, we'll get started. I just wanted to make a couple of quick reminders for you. We've had a lot of questions about the Music 100 versus 100A, and yes, it is confusing. I'm still trying to figure it out. No, I think I've got to figure it out. There is no 100A meeting today, so you are in the right place. There's no other place to be than right here. But there are Fridays that those who are in 100A need to go downstairs. If you're in that class, you should have a schedule for that class. But even if you're not, you have the schedule. It's in your blackboard. And this is what I want to talk to everybody about. Most of you in this room are not in 100A, the majority anyway, are not in 100A. Who's not in that class? Yeah. So for all of you, you're still going to see in my grade book 100A. The reason for that is I'm giving credit for those people who have to go downstairs, just like I'm giving you credit for coming upstairs, but you can't get both, obviously, because you can't be in two places at once, right? But the only way for me to keep track of it all was to put it all in the grade book. So if you raised your hand just now and you see in the grade book 100A and you have a 0, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter at all for you. If you are in 100A, you need to see those ones for being present. So as far as Blackboard knows, the new Blackboard Ultra, it's my first time using it this year, and I like it because some things are simpler. It's better for your mobile and all that, but it has some settings that it won't let me change. Like it thinks that you didn't do your assignment just because there's a 0 there, and that's not the case. So it's going to show you red or orange or something like that. It's never going to look green. I cannot change that. Believe me, I tried. They said that's not possible. So if you're thinking, you know, all my other classes, I'm making A's and I'm getting green in Blackboard, but in this class I see red. Please don't worry about it. The only thing you need to worry about is that you have 10 by the end of the semester. And until yesterday, I think it was showing percentages or something, which are really scary when you just see like, oh, I have a 50 in this class. No, that's not accurate. I got rid of that, and now it just says 2 out of 4, because we have 4 already, and he went to 2. So the first number is the one that matters. At the end, you're going to see something like 10 out of 20, 10 out of 15. It doesn't matter out of what. You just need the 10. Do I have any questions about that right now? Yes? So the question is, does Music 100A count towards this class, or is it a different thing? And the answer is actually yes to both. It is its own thing that you will get a grade in, but I'm letting you get double credit in a way because it's also going to count for this class. So yes to both. Any other questions? All right, so I'm pretty excited. We have some really special guests, and I'm going to introduce you now to Officer TV Paul and Officer Poppy. And along with him is Officer Watson and Officer Uber.
Test, there it is. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? Good. Awesome. So we're going to do a presentation for you all today. At the end, if you have some questions, I do believe there is some question and answering regarding public safety, if you do have some at the conclusion of our presentation, okay? We'll get started, everybody. So obviously we work with the police department here at the University of South Carolina campus. And with that, we will get started. Anybody afraid of dogs in the room? No, I don't see any hands. Okay, so because Uber may need to stretch his legs a little bit and walk up and down. So by all means, if it's okay. Kevin, can they pet when he walks by? Yeah, so there you go, right? Good deal. All right, everybody. So when the dog passes, just obviously if you want to pet, but if you are scared, please let us know before we get there, right? All right, so about us. We're located at 1415 Henderson Street. Does everybody know where we're located at? Have an idea? If not, point of reference for everybody is if you know where the new law school is, or you know where that new coffee shop is on Gervais Street, or another big relevant landmark is the State House. So we're 2 blocks away from the law school, kind of like you're traveling away from campus in the direction of like the Firefly Stadium. That's where we're located, all right? We're 2 blocks away from there. We operate 24/7, 365. A lot of people think, hey, they're campus cops, they're going home at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's not the case, okay? We are here to serve you 24/7, 365. So if you were to call us at 2 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or right now, we would come to you, okay? That is our job, that is our requirement. We are there for you and to serve you, right? We have approximately 80 sworn officers, and we grow daily. Campus is growing daily. We're getting a lot of uptick of new buildings, dorms. South side of campus is growing. I don't know if any of you guys are there in the south side, but when I first started 12 years ago, that wasn't there. So as campus grows, so do we, and that's good as you as students to understand that we are growing as you grow as well, right? Statewide jurisdiction, what that means, everybody, is basically we have the power and authority of the governor to travel throughout Columbia or anywhere in the state of South Carolina that we would like. It is a good privilege to have to serve you better. If you were all to leave, let's say Columbia, and go across the street to 5 Points or into Vista, and you needed medical assistance or law enforcement assistance or whatever the case is, USC Police can provide that service to you. All right, so it's good to have that jurisdiction statewide. All right, types of patrol. Vehicle patrol. Show of hands, anybody that's seen a USC marked police vehicle sometime during your tenure? Great. All right, hopefully it's all in good fashion, right? But we like to be around. We like to serve. We also like to be visible. If you see a visible police officer, it means we're doing our job. We're out there serving, protecting, and it also deters crime, and that's what we want, right? So you'll see us in our typical blue light siren, vehicle patrol. We'll do enforcement of traffic, pedestrian, anything that we feel necessary to enforce. We'll do those in the vehicle patrol. Bike patrol in the middle there. Show of hands of anybody seen bike patrol out around? Great. So with the weather getting nice, we do like to get on the bikes and ride around because it is a good form of community-based policing to our students, faculty and staff, and visitors. And it's also a lesser degree of those vehicles, right? You see that big marked vehicle driving around, you think, oh man, tough cop or whatever the case is, right? No, we don't want that persona. We want to be able to be that community-based, see us as staff members, but also have that authority of police officers, right? We want to be approachable and you feel safe and warm when you see bike officers or even our patrol vehicles because we want you to be safe while on campus, but also feel safe, right? Foot patrol, you'll see us walking around. I mean, Poppy and I, Uber and Kevin, they walk around all the time, right? We also have police officers on patrol vehicles that are in those assigned vehicles 12 hours a day. And 12 hours a day in a car, I mean, imagine going to Florida. You got to get out and stretch your legs at a gas stop or rest stop, right? So our officers don't want to be in those cars all day. So what they do is they use their legs and walk around campus. So a lot of times people think, oh, well, there's a police officer in the building. Something's wrong, right? Well, we don't want that common denominator. We want to be able to say, hey, we're just walking around showing our presence inside our building. And if we have to use our authority inside that building, then there we go. But 99% of the time, or probably a little bit less than that, but we're there to walk around, to serve you, and to also show our presence other than the bikes, vehicle, typical patrol, right? Cool. All right. I think the best slide of the whole presentation is right here, right? So you got Uber making friends out there, testing the crowd. But we got Poppy up here on stage. She's my best friend at the house, partner at work. That's the way I like to describe it. Kevin's the same way. Our 3 dogs here at campus are trained to detect firearms and explosives. And not only can they do it in a stationary environment, and when I mean stationary, sir, up front, if I was to put something in your bag, let's say something they're trained on, i.e. firearm and explosive, any dog can find it when they're moving like that. That's just sitting still. Any dog can find it, right? But same scenario, same bag. Get you walking up, everybody starts walking around, let's say at a football game, right? Our dogs have the capability to detect it when it's moving. So person born, walking around, if it's flying, whatever the case is, our dogs will put their nose up in the air, locate it when it's moving, and then trail right beside that person or object, and then sit right beside them. It's the coolest thing in the world, the best technology. Here on campus, we're very lucky to have 3 of them that are able to do that, and we're very lucky to have them. So Poppy and I have been partners for 5 years. Kevin and Uber got certified in November of last year, and Harris and Rudy is the yellow lab there. so November as well. These dogs are going to be walking around. Obviously, you can tell. We like to make them, if they're working, please don't interact with them. If they're being social like this, obviously, please interact with them. We want them to have a good, work life, right? We want them to be interactive. We don't want them to be, oh, we're a police dog, we can't, do anything except work. No, we want them to enjoy life. Poppy is so fixated over there, she's jealous. But she wants to be out in the crowd as well, but she can't do both, right? So guys, if you see the dogs walking around, say hello. We do a lot of training on Green Street, to show you basically the person-born aspect of their training. So if you see us out and about, sometimes we'll allow you to carry a note or an aid to walk by and help us out, all right? Cool. All right, contact us. Everybody pull out your phones, please. If you haven't already taken our number, you guys have a great faculty base here that puts our number out in the hallways. I saw it when we were waiting, but if you need direct communication at the police department, right, it's 803-777-4215, all right? Day or night, please call us. It's better to have it right now, guys, and then look for it on your phone when you need it, okay? So please make sure you write it down, 803-777-4215. And yes, from birth until now, 911 is your general emergency number. We're not going to take that away. Please use that if you would like, but have communication with the police department, everybody. 803-777-4215, all right? I'll leave that up for another 2 seconds. 1, 2. All right, call boxes. Show of hands, everybody seen a call box, right? Great, you love the participation here today. Call boxes. Let's say your mobile device was out, or let's say any kind of new modes of communication is out, right? These call boxes are all strategically located around Columbia. They have a blue light indication, typically of law enforcement, right? They have a red button. Hit that red button, and it's going to basically say USC Police, what's your emergency? Very similar if you were just call our landline, okay, at 777 number, right? So if you need emergency assistance or you need help with something, please, please, please use these call boxes. They're there for you, all right? They're just not positioned in the ground to sit there with an illuminated light. They're there for you for emergencies, all right? So please take advantage of them if you need them, all right? All right, Rave Guardian. Please register for this in your app or Android store, okay? Show of hands, how many people have Rave Guardian? Outstanding, I think about 15% of you. But let's try to make it a little bit more, all right? So please register for this, and this is why. So you can set up a caller profile. My name is Mark TV Ball, right? So what I would do is set it up like my social media accounts, put me as my profile, right? I can send anonymous crime tips, and what that means is, let's say we're all in this venue here today, and we see something suspicious. Let's say one of us gets up, goes to the restroom, and sees something in the hallway that looks suspicious, an individual, a bag, whatever the case is that you deem suspicious. You can take a picture of that, video of that incident, send it to the police department anonymously. So the officers that are going to respond aren't going to be coming looking for that reporting party, which would be you, right, and say, hey, is this the person we're looking for? So you can use that Rave Guardian in your dorm setting. Let's say you smell something, the marijuana or loud music or something along that line, guys, that you want to report, and you don't want to be that person that says, hey, room 204 is the one that always calls and is always the one that says, hey, this is the problem. You can anonymously send crime tips to us, and then basically alleviates that problem. Everybody follow me so far? We're on the same sheet of music? See what I did there? I've been wanting to do that all day. All right. Well, give me a round of applause, right? All right, guys. As long as we're on the same paper there, right? Safety timer. Everybody, so safety timers are pretty unique. Basically, if you're walking alone at night, or you're, let's say, walking from here at 10 o'clock at night, and your place of residency is Capstone, 20-minute casual walk across campus, you can set a safety timer to allow your guardians, your parents, us as the police department, be aware of that. And if it expires, we're going to use location services when you enable it to basically ping your phone and track you if that timer expires. So it's a great resource to have, everybody, so please use that safety timer. We have a lot of uptick in those, and we appreciate you guys using it. If it does expire, you're not in trouble, everybody, all right? Basically, we're going to lay eyes on you and make sure you're okay, and then go about our merry way, just as you would, all right? Direct communication with the police department, and it works on and off campus, all right? All right, Carolina Alert. Show of hands, who has Carolina Alert? All right, so you probably got the alert last night. So if you didn't get that alert, obviously you weren't informed, right? So to get informed of that, right, just register for Carolina Alert. The steps are above, all right, so please take a picture of that. You can have family members that care about you back home also on the Carolina Alert system. So let's say, for example, the incident last night, or another incident, or a tornado, an active shooter, building falls out, whatever the case is, guy, that we want to proactively address to you, that's the way we do it. So please register for it. Have your parents as authorized users so they can get those alerts as well, all right? Any questions? We'll answer those at the end, all right? Cool. All right, property registration. Everybody has something that they care about, whether it's a band instrument, cell phone, laptop, whatever the case is. If it gets lost or stolen in today's time, the only way that law enforcement or responding officers have and need to basically get your equipment back is by those serial numbers. So if you can do us a favor, go to our division website. There's a tab that says register your property. All right, please get on there, register your calculators, your iPhones, your band equipment, whatever the case is that you want to register for or you care about, please register for it. It's free of charge. You got 30 items, we got 30 spaces. So please make sure you register your items. All right, cool. All right, everybody, so please take a picture of this. This is some good tips. Secure your items, everybody. We're in an open campus. Everywhere is open, okay? We have a lot of, traffic that walks in throughout Columbia. So us officers, we can't be everywhere we want, so we rely on our students, faculty, and staff to obviously provide assistance to themselves, and that is secure your belongings, right? Don't leave your iPad or your trombone sitting in the middle of the trunk bed, right, and go away for a week. More than likely when you get back, it's going to be gone, right? Don't leave that cell phone sitting in your center console and center visor, and 2 hours later, if it's 10 o'clock at night, whether it's on campus or off, and expect it to be there, right? A lot of times people just come by, smash and grab and take it. So help us out by securing your items. Keep it out of plain view. If you have a bicycle, please lock it up. Just don't put it on that little bike rack and say, oh, it's great, it's good. No, okay? We can't be everywhere we want, so please lock your belongings up, all right? Take your valuables inside. That's the best thing we can do in anywhere, USC of South Carolina to USC Southern Cal. Crime occurs, so we would love to solve every little bit of crime on Columbia, but it's impossible, okay? So we need your assistance to help us out. All right? Again, register your property and notify us right away if something does go lost or missing, okay? 2 weeks compared to 24 hours is a big difference in the investigation world, all right? We have a lot of cameras that help solve crime, and you know what? It takes a lot of time to review 2 weeks of video compared to 24 hours of video. So please help us out in that regard. All right, let's say you are a victim of a crime. Here on campus, we have 3 great victim service agents that are going to be there. They're going to be your liaison to court. Make sure you have everything documented. Make sure they're basically a liaison, your guardian, if your parents or loved ones back home can't be there. They're going to be there as a resource to rely on. Basically, we'll be the head to the shoulder to put your head, all right? So please make sure if you need victim services, please notify us, okay? We're going to be there for you. And rideshare safety. This goes for everybody. Even when you leave Columbia, you go to an overseas trip or wherever the case is and you use Uber and Lyft or other modes of transportation other than your own, please make sure you use these tips. Wait indoors, right? Please confirm the details with your ride. So what that means is, if you request Uber and it's a blue and color Chevy Suburban that's supposed to be picking you up, and it's a blue and color, Tahoe, right? Well, guess what? Make sure it's the right Chevy, right? Make sure it's the right vehicle. A lot of these days, the vehicles are all the same. So make sure it's the right vehicle at your curbside. Make sure that license plate matches up with the license plate that Uber or Lyft gives you. So if it's GTX and XYZ is your curbside, make sure you get in the right vehicle, okay? And make sure, more importantly, make sure they know your name, okay? If you request Uber and Lyft before you even get in that vehicle, have them roll down that window or open that door and say, what's my name, before you make entry into that vehicle, all right? So they should know my name is Mark before I even sit my bottom in that seat. Does that make sense? All right, good deal. If you see anything suspicious, all right, regarding Uber or Lyft or any kind of other mode of transportation, please use that Rave Guardian, like we talked about before, to take video pictures of that incident so us as officers can come and respond accordingly, because we take this stuff very, very seriously. All right, everybody understand? Give me a head nod. Awesome, good, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, self-defense workshops. If anybody is interested in some self-defense workshops, we do that free of charge here at the university. We want to make sure you're well equipped to feel safe and also be safe, and this is the way we do it. Lieutenant Jessica Velders is the one that hosts these programs. She does a great job. We actually have 2 next week, I believe Tuesday and Thursday during Safety Week. So if you're interested in those, please sign up for them. If you are interested in attending, email safe@sc.edu. And if there is dates that are already full, we are hosting many throughout the semester. Just follow us on social media, and we'll get you one of those great classes. All right? Cool. All right, I know that's all the presentation up here today, but please make sure you follow us on social media. That's the way we get all our information out. That's the way we get all our details of events that's happening throughout Columbia to make sure you feel safe and it's a safe Carolina. All right? So with that, does anybody have any questions, concerns, or comments? Just raise your hand. I would love to answer them for you. No? Cool. Well, no questions or concerns. It was a great privilege to be in front of you guys. And please, if you see us around and if you have a question later, please see one of our great officers and they'll be there to help you out. All right? Thank you, everybody.
All right. God. Okay. Hey guys, so remember as you exit to swipe out, don't just swipe in. Both exits can be used today. Remember the new card reader is on this side. The old card reader is on that side. Thank you guys. Perfect. Yes. Thank you guys so much for coming.